Good morning and welcome to day 6 of the June vlog along. It's not very June-like today, it's quite cold, quite windy, so today is the perfect day to tell you about 5 things that are on my bucket list. Let's go indoors. Whew, it's windy out there. So anyway, it's day 6 of the June vlog along and today's question is 5 things that you would have on your bucket list. Now, I've thought about these things this morning because there's probably quite a few things that I've put in my bucket list, but I don't know whether or not I wanted to say them or, and the change from day to day. Like tomorrow, if you ask me this question, it'll probably be 5 different things. So I'm going to go with the things that first came into my mind, and they're the ones that I will stick to. So the first thing that I would like to do is on my bucket list. I would love to walk the Appalachian Trail. Now, I read the book by Cheryl Strayed, which is called Wild, and that was the tale of when she walked across the Appalachian Trail after the death of her mother, and I was really inspired by that. I loved the book, and then I watched the film, which has got Reese Witherspoon in it, and I loved that as well. I cried at both of them. But yeah, I'd really love to walk that. I know it's a very difficult walk, and I know a lot of people don't always make it, shall we say, doing it, but I would love to walk it. Whether or not I ever will, I just think, just to say that you've walked the Appalachian Trail must be a phenomenal achievement. And it must be amazing when you get to the very final bridge at the very end. It's got a name, that bridge, but I can't think what it's called. And you get there and you realise that you've done it. So that's my first one. My second one I would love to visit the pyramids in Egypt. Now, I think someone put this on their places they'd like to visit last week video. I think it was Eve, who said that she'd like to go to the pyramids. And yes, I would as well. I'd also like to go and see the Mayans, where the Mayan civilization died out. And I know they're different continents, but yeah, that kind of really prehistoric but really advanced technology. I have my own opinions of that. Third one, I would love to go up in an helicopter. Now, this is probably a more achievable one than the first two, but yeah, I'd love to go up in a helicopter and just go up coast somewhere, so for instance up the East Coast, or go into Cumbria and over the lakes and up into Scotland and the Highlands and just see the world from above. Because although when you go flying, say if you leave from an airport and you go flying somewhere, you do get to see the world, but not like you do in a helicopter. It's almost like closer so you can see everything. So yeah, that's the third one. My fourth one, I would love to stand at the stage at Wembley, New Wembley. I'd love to stand there and have people sing a song back to me. So, for instance, if I sang them a song, when you see it on concerts and they sing, then I go, and then get not like that obviously, but, and then they get the crowd to sing back to them. I would absolutely love that, and that buzz must be amazing. I remember seeing Bon Jovi at Wembley a few years ago, and everybody was singing his song back to him, and the wind from the actual audience towards the stage, because I was about 5 or 6 from the front, it was literally moving my hair forward. There was that much. It was absolutely electrifying, and I think that's why people love concerts, because it's that feeling of being part of something. It's like, if like for instance the Manchester concert the other day, that's like a 50,000 person choir all singing them people's songs back to them, and that must be amazing and electrifying. So yeah, that's another thing I'd like to do. And the last thing, which is another possibly achievable one, is I would love to climb Ben Nevis. Now, this year we was intending to climb Ben Nevis anyway in aid of charity for a charity event and trying to raise money in memory of my brother who died 2 years ago. So yeah, I'd love to climb Ben Nevis. I was hoping that I'd get to do it this year, but I don't know whether or not I will. Unfortunately, funds are low, as a lot of people have funds are low, but fingers crossed. If I could just get somewhere to stay, I think, then me and my husband would possibly consider that, but I think that would be amazing to climb Ben Nevis. So there's my 5 things that are in my bucket list. Like I say, if you ask me tomorrow, there'll probably be 5 other things, and then the day after there'll be 5 other things. I can think of things now while I'm saying these things to you, of other things I would like to do. So I guess it just proves to one thing to you that, life is short. You've got to go for it. If you want to do something, do it. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't let your weight hold you back. Don't let your insecurities hold you back. Obviously, you've got to let your money hold you back. Otherwise, I'd be off on the Orient Express and things like that, and off to Egypt and whatever. But anyway, that's by the by. So yeah, that's day 6. Is it day 6? hang on, I got a picking second. Yes, day 6. So that's day 6 of June vlog along, complete and done. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody else's. I'm sorry I've been missing in action. Unfortunately, I go through phases when I have cluster migraines. I've actually had another one this morning. I had 3 yesterday and 1 this morning, so fingers crossed I'm slowly coming out of that, and I can get back to posting these videos a little bit more regularly. Tomorrow's is a good one as well. It's a bit spooky. If you like a spooky story, then come back and join us for that. So take care of yourself, like, comment and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.